of the hips vertical with 3/4 timing. What 3/4 timing is, it just means we're using 3 pieces of the 4 chunks of time we're giving ourselves to do the move. So for example, if we're counting something out in 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, here's my little figure 8 in my hand, 2, 3, 4, it means we're only going to move on 3 of those 4. So we would go 1, 2, 3, and hold it, 1, 2, 3, and hold it, and so on. So you can also think of it as like a quick, quick, slow timing. Quick, quick, slow, and quick, quick, slow. All right, so let's take a look at how that works first with our Taksim, and then we'll do it with our Maya, and then we'll play with it with our leg-driven, more AMCAB style figure eights. So from our Taksim, and if you don't know Taksims, there's another Technique Tuesday that talks about Taksim step. So I'm just going to hang out with my arms neutral. I'm going to drop it down, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and hold it, or drag it out rather. 1, 2, 3, dragging it out. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We'll just do a couple more here. Really use the obliques, use the core for these. Heels are down. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then everything else, of course, is staying still. Now I'm going to hang out right here, already prepped to go the other way. Let's do the same thing with our Maya. Heels are still down. Over, 2, 3, and I love doing these in 3/4 because you really stretch out the lengthening at the end of that Maya. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. A few more. I'm not really keeping track of how many I'm doing. Let's do one more on each side. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, relax. So we're going to also take that into our figure eights that are more leg driven. So these are the ones where we're lifting the heel, pushing the floor away. We are still, of course, engaging in those obliques to pull the hips up from above, but now we're letting the legs get more involved. But we are also still trying to keep that head level rather than bouncing up and down with the additional leg movement. So let's try our down to up figure eights with the 3/4 pattern. So bending the knees first, I'm going to lift up on this side first. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I keep that heel up. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Again, I like these because they have a little more juice, a little more stuff you can drag through. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. One more, and then of course we're going to have to stop up here. We're going to reverse our direction and go into up to down figure eight, again using the legs as part of our drive. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Really stretch it out. 1, 2, 3. Stretching it out. Good. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why. I just love how that extra feels. 2, 3, and over. 2, 3. One more on each side. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's a little timing exercise you can work on. To tell you the truth, you can do that in any of your movements that you want to. I could go through that whole catalog. Maybe in other Technique Tuesdays we'll talk about how that works with other isolations. But for now, just practice those with your vertical hip figure eights. Heels down, heels up. Play around with the idea of allowing your feet to free up. You can actually start walking with that movement across the stage, or rather forward and back on your stage, and just sort of playing around with different patterns you can create now that you've unlocked your 3/4 vertical hip figure eights. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on our next Technique Tuesday.